and recording. Okay, hope I picked the right one.
It's gone.
So one thing that I've been doing is when I'm tuning in with Nicole Jones, God love her, she posts like 9,000 things a day. So I really just have to kind of like filter through it and find the things that are going to work for me. But I like how she was like making an actual, she took it from 12-week year, like a graphic of the people that she wanted to help. So she chose 15. I always write my goal saying how many people I want to help for the month, but I decided to go with a June 10. And as you can see, it's a little low right now. But I have two people so far that I've helped, but it's just it's right on the front of my binder. It's just a reminder for me to be like, okay, remember when you said you were going to help 10 people? There's a lot of blanks there, and to track how I'm doing with my goal. So that was just a tip that I wanted to pass on in case you guys hadn't seen that. Mom posted a great graphic for the pricing for MM100 in our team page today. So that's a great resource and tool because this is a lot different because the accessories bundles for the other ones, we were used to like a lot of actual stuff. So it'll be a little different to explain to people what they need and what we can offer. I think that's all for like announcements that I wanted to talk about. So any questions about the group or announcements in general before we talk summit? Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one thing, if you guys didn't watch the, what is it? The Monday video, I can't remember the actual name for it, but if you didn't watch it today, go through and watch it because you know how a lot of times people will give you their tips orally. The woman who was presenting today gave us a lot of visual aids to go with it, which is really nice because sometimes when we're talking about posts and like, it's nice to tell us in theory, but to just see it is kind of nice also. So I took a couple of screenshots. Call? Yeah, thank you. That's what it's called. Yeah, the wake up call. Cool. And it wasn't long either. So you can skip to it. I think she was only 15 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for that. All right. We really don't have like a methodology or a theme for tonight's call. I was talking to Mom. I was like, you guys that went last year are the experts on Indy. I've never been to Indy. But this will be my third summit. Mom, how many for you?
Well, it's my third full summit. I saw part of a fourth one.
Mm-hmm. And then Britt, this is your
second.
And then we got some new people going this year. I'm really excited because this is going to be different from any other summit I've ever had. One, it's more local to like my hometown, my area, things like that. But the other summits that I've been on were never my team. Mom was the only one ever from my team that went. So I'm really excited to have everybody going. I think that's so cool. And we're so close. Every time we've gone, we've had to like Uber everywhere or take a bus or, so it's just going to be so nice to be right down there, not spending all of our time going back and forth to places, right? We're going to be doing some research in the next couple of days about like just a bunch of different food options.
Yeah.
And different like fun places around there because we're going to be really tired, but we might want to go somewhere some night and better to have like a little bit of a plan than not. I also was thinking about maybe like I loved at our semi-summit, like just having board games and cards and, things like that, like for back at the hotel too. We could just pick a room where people were kind of more night owly or wanted to stay awake and go there. Jessica is really good at games. She takes them very seriously and never laughs ever.
And she's always appropriate.
Super.
Always.
And
she won't make any jokes.
Look at it.
When kids aren't around, you have to be an adult sometimes. And college Jessica comes out.
I'm just hoping anyone will drink with me. That's the only thing that I'm really going for there because like, come on, guys.
No kids, alcohol in my hand, okay?
Right. I mean, we're not going to be like vomiting, but I mean, like, come on, like a little something.
Depends on the workout, but hopefully not.
Energize works wonders, though, and miracles, because the very first time I ever had Energize, it was my very first summit. I do not recommend this because I was an emotional train wreck the next day, but we stayed out literally all night. I was taking tequila shots until 2 a.m., and then I went and ate a bunch of pizza until 4 a.m., And then Mike was like, well, hell, we got to work out soon. Let's just take some Energize and go. And we did. And there was the big super workout in the middle of the street, and I didn't puke. And then I went one day, and Mom got really excited and came to visit. And I was like, she's like, go sleep. I'm not here for you anyway. Go, get out of here. You don't need to entertain me. But anyway, so memories. It's not going to be like that, promise. But I wanted to kind of just go through the general rundown of how Summit like scheduling is going to go. I'm going to put the link to the Summit. It's not really an app. It's another one of those like you have to download TBB events and then you select Summit. Have you guys all done that yet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
I
right.
think I shared that. One of us shared that last week, I think.
Okay, perfect. So I won't worry about that, but you can see the schedule. You can add things to your little list of schedule. You can see exactly when. That's how I found out when my Jericho workout was going to be, that I now probably can't do most stuff, but that's okay. But you can see like a lot of different tools in there. But basically Thursday, I'm hoping everybody can get there around lunchtime. I know Team Passion is doing a lunch thing, and I do want to meet some of those ladies, but I was honestly thinking, because they're thinking like this cool sports bar type of place, maybe we could go to and just like sit in another area, and then we can say hello to anybody that we've been wanting to meet. Because the restaurants are a little more limited, you know, in terms of like compared to Nashville or compared to New Orleans or, you know, things like that. So arriving around lunchtime if possible, getting registered, getting everything, you know, set up before we check in. Because, yeah. You have to get your wristbands. You get a little necklace. Hold on, I still have mine.
And your wristbands are going to tell you what events you can go to.
Right. You get a little.
Go ahead.
They'll put it on a lanyard for you, and it has your coach ID, and it'll have different accolades if you've received any like Success Club All-Star, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. But you go and you check in. We will not be able to check into the hotel, though, until 3. Like, they're really firm on that. I checked on the website. They're like, nope, no exceptions.
I'm sure they've got so many people coming in.
Right, exactly. And they still have the normal people that deserve to, you know, stay until 11 and then, you know, get their room clean. So, we can park. We'll have enough cars there. We can leave stuff in cars, go to the core, go to the registration and go from there. Yeah, Mom.
Since we'll be there before we can check into the hotel, there's a parking lot right across from the entrance to the convention center, which is where I parked every day last year.
Yes.
It's not, well, I ended up just paying for all day parking there because I was there all day and my hotel wasn't in walking distance. But it's secure, it's clean, and it's handy because it's right across the street. I was taking things back and forth, right, and I could put it in there and it was close by. So that's an option. Right. Unless we hear from Alyssa and there's other things that we can do. I mean, I don't know if the hotel, I doubt they'll let us park there until we're registered.
Actually, I mean, I've been able to like valet park or park my car at hotels before my check-in time, so they might let us. The only thing is then getting our bags out of it afterwards if it's valeted.
So we'll have Alyssa, we'll assign her to check in on that.
Yeah.
Just because she is the hotel extraordinaire for our group for this. And we'll move forward from there. Thursday is going to be a little bit more open and free. Friday is go. We have general session, opening session on Thursday night where we get all hyped up and we get to hear from some people. Friday, that's when the crack of dawn workouts begin, and we go until our last session that evening. We will be doing, I want to hear from my Summit girls from last year because it's going to be a little different. Well, I mean, it's even different from last year, but we all go to general session and then we all go to breakouts, right? Or vice versa. But like we all do one or the other, right?
Yes.
When I was going in the past, they would have like group track A, track B, or track blue, track silver, where like our group could hypothetically be like split in half and not get to do the stuff together. So everybody goes to the smaller groups, and then everybody
Right.
goes to the bigger groups,
Yeah.
the bigger stuff. Like that's when we'll see like our keynote speakers and all of that.
Yep.
That's
when we get to see Rachel Hollis.
I know. I'm thinking, is she on Saturday?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
Friday.
Friday.
I think she's
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then on Saturday, super workout, bright and early, working out in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back to the hotel, power shower or not. And then we will head to, it will be very similar today to Friday, with the exception of then you have a really late closing ceremony that night. That is the night where it gets a little more fancy for a lot of coaches, just because they have people who are being celebrated, recognized, receiving awards. However, we're not doing that, so we can dress as casual.
We
as
don't need like the ball gown stuff that
that's
because
when
like
they
if
do,
you
like, the
follow
ball
if you're following any of the top coaches, like you might see some of them who are like trying on all these gowns and they're like, for when I'm on stage, and it's like they're on stage, they're
Right.
worried because they want to look all fancy for all the pictures and all the marketing. We are not in all the marketing.
And then
So-
Sunday we roll out. Like that's
That's
it. It's a
Yeah.
whirlwind. And so I kind of wanted to get the rundown from the people who've been there before of like packing lists.
Yeah.
And then we can go into questions and different things like that. So, Mom, what are some go-tos for you? Like some things that you like are a must for you to bring?
I put you
Your
on the workout stuff. Casual, right. I would say, especially in Indianapolis, it was extremely casual last year, in my opinion. And because I've been to New Orleans and Nashville, it was a lot more casual.
Right.
Always bring some kind of a zip-up sweatshirt or something, because it's cool. It can get cool in those sessions when you're sitting still. And I always take, I don't have it with me, but I've got this little small black backpack. It can't be too big, and they'll let you bring it into the arena. And then I have a book. This is my Summit book. I take this book. It's just a regular notebook, but I always have in my thing, I have red ink pen, and I have a normal ink pen, and I have a highlighter, because there's different things you might want to, and it's just handy to have notes. But don't get overwhelmed taking notes and forget to listen to what you're actually there for. You want to take in what's being given to you and not just have your nose in a book, okay?
Right.
Because I was going to say, I promise you won't really look back at this that much. It's just, right. I'm a pen to paper person, so I take notes.
One thing that I was going to say about casual, like when she says casual, she means like casual, like during the day, during those sessions, during the day, we're wearing workout clothes. Like you work out and then you shower and then you put more workout clothes on. Like it's like a super Saturday where you're wearing, like, your hair might be down or whatever, but you're still wearing workout clothes. Like most of the weekend.
If you want to, you don't, I wore
you
shorts
can wear,
and
right. You can wear nicer clothes, just you're going to be doing a lot of sitting. And so that's what, like you're doing
comfortable.
You're working out first thing in the morning and then you're sitting all day, So
the other thing I will say is, a lot of times, if you guys have looked ahead to see any of the merchandise that's coming, a lot of times people will buy stuff when they're there, and like the tank tops and whatever. So like if you have some workout clothes that you really, really want to bring, because Brittany, but then bring them, but don't feel like you have to pack all your workout clothes.
You're going to buy.
I was going to say, you're going to get stuff and you're going to want to wear it. I do recommend, we talked about it last week, but I'll reiterate it. Bring baby wipes, because we're not always going to have time. Bring tiny deodorant with you. Bring your whatever supplements you take. I know Jessica said that she's going to get like one of those little formula things, and Katie already has one, and they're going to measure everything out. Mm-hmm. I'm bringing, if you have one, so I was kind of tempted to just do the Shakeology bar, but I have so much Shakeology that I'll probably end up buying one if I need it while we're in session. But I'm going to bring my immersion blender, because it's literally, I plug it into the wall and I attach the stick and it's done. And then
I have a battery powered one. I'll bring.
Yeah. Bring a couple Shakeology bottles just because, and like if you don't know this, you can order them from the website in a pack of 6 for $10 because you're a coach. So if you don't know how to do that, I can send you the link. But I just bring a couple and then I'll stick stuff in there and then just bring a water bottle to mix it in. What?
Put your name on the bottom. Put your name on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Of them.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and don't bring any bottles or anything like that you're real attached to, because
you'll lose them.
You might lose it. You might leave it sitting somewhere, and you don't want to be upset. I remember the very first, when I went to Nashville, I went into the restroom and somebody had left this really, at the time, a really nice deluxe shaker bottle sitting in the bathroom, and I was like, oh, somebody's not going to be happy. Right. And I brought it home with me. But I mean, and that was I was like, yeah, don't ever take anything like that or you might lose it.
Because somebody might take it from the bathroom and you won't get it back.
You definitely want to do snacks.
So I was also going to say, I have, because I'm forever taking the tiny humans places and they're very food motivated, I have a backpack cooler that I can bring. It's insulated. I was also thinking about maybe like bringing a cooler in general and just kind of having something where stuff's already pre-packed. If we want to have like baby carrots or like, you know what I mean? Like just easy veggies, because Mama Sparks, I don't know if you found them last year, but I did not find a whole lot of veggies in Indianapolis. So it might not be a bad thing to just have them on standby just for us to munch on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't mind bringing that stuff. Ashley, I don't know if you have room in the car, but I do have them.
Well, and if everybody would just kind of commit to bringing some snacks for the good of the group too.
Yeah.
I know like when we did our little mini summit here in Virginia, like some people brought like hummus and some people brought pretzels and some people like those easy things that can be in rooms too, like for us to be able to just like, I'm going to write down right now Ziploc bags.
I have a refrigerator.
Because our room has a refrigerator. So like if we bring things like, obviously like fruit would be hard because we're traveling and stuff like that. But I mean, like if we bring pretzels or, you know, things like that, carrot sticks, like we can make a little snack bag.
Snack stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And take them too. Beach bars, you know.
And they did have beach bars last year. They sold out quickly, but they had them at the core.
Yeah.
So that stuff's
trying
really
to think
good.
Of weird things. Anything you typically use for your workout. Like I have to use my braces. For my wrists and for my ankle, you know, thinking about your Fitbit, your charger, your watch,
charger,
things like that.
I did get the external charging case for my phone to have that, because you're on your phone, because part of being a Beachbody coach is sharing your journey and the FOMO that you want to build up from being at Summit. So you're forever using your phone. So if you decide to get one, they're like $25 on Amazon. They're not super expensive. And you can charge it ahead of time. And what I do is I just plug my phone into it, but I don't turn it on to start charging until my phone's about dead. And then it charges it all the way back through, and it gets me through, I would say, pretty much the entire day.
Well, and honestly, Mike and I, like you're in a convention center, Mike and I in Nashville, there's huge screens, like typically like in some, so like there's going to be huge screens. You can sit in the front row or you can sit in the very back. Like we were sitting up against a wall with our phones plugged in and like you're still getting the information. So, and you guys are really fortunate. You guys get to be all together. So you'll be able to share those items as well. So thinking about that, everybody doesn't need to bring everything, but just being prepared with your must-haves is going to really help out a lot. Honestly, I just bring a little drawstring bag. It's because I don't want to be lugging a bunch of stuff around.
I'm bringing my backpack because I have a system. Don't judge me.
I mean, I think we pretty well covered like the weird things, and you guys know the obvious things.
And I'm bringing, what are they, like the Tide stain remover sticks, because if you've ever seen me eat. So I will destroy something and I'm just going to bring them.
I think the biggest thing of all time is we need a lunch plan for Friday and Saturday, because every summit that I've ever been to, and the one that I didn't go to last year, lunch can be infuriating because everybody disperses and you're limited on time. And there's very little food options typically, and it's super crowded.
Like at the starting block of a race, and then they like shoot the gun off and everybody just like goes. Mama Sparks, go ahead.
I think we have two options when it comes to lunch. Either, I think somebody's going to have to, a few people or whatever, either going to have to leave early and go get a place,
table.
Or another option. The convention center is huge and has a lot of outlying area that we could sit in. We could always figure out when we get there restaurants, and we could call an order and bring it back to the, and not have to wait on tables and all that stuff. Along those lines, if we want to do something like that, I don't know if you guys want to get a case of water and have it in the room. Do we want to take cases of water? Do you want to drink Indianapolis's water? I took a case last year because I was in a room by myself. I'm just thinking, with all of us being together, should we take water? What do you guys think about that? They have place fill stations of really cold, good water in the convention center.
I like to have them just for the hotel room, and you can get like the big things of like 32 for like $4. So I feel like that's a wise investment. The other thing we could do is, if people are open to it, we can bring like lunch meat as one of the things that we bring ahead of time, and just bring a bunch of lunch meats.
At least just for one day, even.
Right.
Yeah.
But then that way, if it is crazy, we have a backup option, and we're not
like
sitting there hangry and rage-tastic, because that's how I get when I don't have food. And I will not take it out on any of you, but God forbid somebody's walking slowly in front of me.
I think I haven't been there in a while, but I think Dayton still has grocery stores, so we can probably grab some of that without having to bring it from Virginia.
Unfortunately, they do have grocery stores I have to go to a lot.
One final thing before we open up for questions too, just an overarching, whatever, is just courtesy. Like, it sounds silly because we all do get along really well, but you're with each other constantly that weekend, and we're all women. Okay?
What's she trying to say?
No, just like little things. Like, I've been the girl who has had to sit and save seats for 15 people all by myself before. And I've been the girl who, this isn't really
fast, Mama.
This isn't really like appropriate for this, but like, I've been the girl who always pays for the Uber, and it's not cool. Yeah. So just thinking about, like, there's parking for each room. Like, even if you don't have a car there, like, we're going to help contribute towards that, right? It's not the person who drove everybody's fault for having the car. You know what I mean? And like, gas getting places.
I was going to say gas getting there.
Right. Yeah. And like, just like, hey, how about you three are ready? How about you guys head over there? And I promise we're going to join you as soon as possible, kind of thing. Like, and really being aware of that and making this really fun, and nobody being like a bitter Betty about anything.
Going back to the hotel and being like, dear diary, today Jessica was late again. Just kidding. She's never late.
No, like anything. Literally, like early. I was a rageaholic at Candace Rinaldi my first year. Yeah, like, I was a mess because she took like freaking 2 hours to get ready, and I was pissed because she also was like, don't leave me. And it was.
You're nicer than I am, because I'd have been like, bye.
You wouldn't have, though, because it was far away, and it was, you're a team, and you're there as a team, and you do things a little differently. And
you're so nice, Ashley.
You would leave people in the room. You would leave them.
But like, to be late to a session.
No. It was just to going out. It was just like.
Oh, I thought you were saying to go to session. That's why I was like, no, you can't.
So, I mean, just that overall courtesy, because right now when we're not all together, everybody's like, oh, yeah. But like, when push comes to shove, really making sure that we're all looking out for each other. Nobody's like walking around the streets alone, unless they just need a minute. Or, nobody's feeling left out. Nobody's feeling like it's too,
like they're excluded.
Right. Yeah. Right. On that same topic, if you want to go, like, say Ashley and I are going to go have a drink or something. If you want to go, the invitation's always open. Don't sit in the room. Don't, whatever we want everybody to do everything together if possible. But on this turn of that, if you don't want to, don't anybody take it personally if people want to sit in the room. If Ashley wants to go. Yeah, it is definitely your experience. You're paying for it. It's your business. And if I want to go sit at a table with Sarah Cohen and them and have a drink or whatever, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And you guys are welcome to go with me, but I'm not going to not go because you don't want to. You get what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I get one chance a year to see some of these people. Sarah Nelson, Kelly Richardson, Sarah Cohen.
I'm so excited.
Any of the ones that are there that I talk to on a constant basis. This isn't like name dropping. These are people that I talk to a lot, all year round. Only time I get to see them is at Summit. So I'm going to go see them, and I'm going to go give them hugs. And you're welcome to tag along, but if not, don't be offended if people do that.
Because, listen, luckily there aren't any dudes in our group either, though, because I swear to God, Mike Gardner and his, afro, it was people were just, I remember being like, doesn't she have a boyfriend? It was shady. When we were on our last summit together, I was like, oh, you know what I mean? It was a lot, but it was a mixed batch, and it was girls and guys. I was just like, Brian, I'm here. Look at me, FaceTime in my hotel alone. It's just, and you're going to want to talk to your family sometimes. And, so just knowing, and I would honestly, this sounds dramatic, have a talk with your significant other before you go. Seriously, a real-time talk, hey, look at how busy my schedule is for this time period. We're doing da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I will promise to check in with you guys during the day. Please don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm just letting you know we have a really busy day. And so this is what we're going to do, because you might get there and be like, peace out, suckers, to your family. Or you might be like, oh my God. Because that's how I was. My first one, I was like, I've never been away from Mason before. Oh, you know what I mean? So just having that conversation beforehand too.
I'm the first until the last 2 days, and then I'm like, miss them. I've been gone.
My
long
husband
enough
told
that I miss
me
them now.
not to bother him. Yeah, he was like, go enjoy yourself.
Right.
Just let me know when you get back to your room safe.
Right. Just, text. That was Brian's big courtesy thing. He's like, just let me know that you've made it back safe. Let me know how the day went. Let me know whatever. I FaceTimed with Mason a couple different times throughout the weekend, but it's so loud everywhere. So you're just kind of
only worried if I'm not texting or posting to social media. If I'm completely quiet for too long, he's like, are you alive? Have you been kidnapped?
Okay.
He's like, you're still alive. Check.
That's another good point. While we're there, guys, it's a really good opportunity to share what's going on with your people and with our group. And I don't know if Ashley wants to chime in on this, but you don't want to be on it all the time, but you want to give them nuggets of what's going on. And
I figure it's kind of like a Super Saturday on steroids. So how
Has everybody been to a Super Saturday though? Katie,
so what I was going to share though is how the three of us plus Samantha and Aquandra, we did a little dance party thing, just going live for a minute just to let people kind of in on what you're doing can go really far. We're only together for this little bit of time. So just being like, oh, look, we're walking around. You know what I mean? Little things like that. It's not you sitting there giving them a play-by-play of the day. But it's just kind of letting them in. And like Brittany was saying, building that FOMO a little bit, for people.
Yeah.
But also not making Alex cry because she couldn't be there.
Oh, no, you know what I'm doing? I'm printing off a really large picture of her face, and I'm putting it on a popsicle stick, and I'm bringing it with me.
I love it.
And so that way she can work out with me.
Can we all do a picture?
She's like, are you so embarrassing? I'm like, I am.
Can we all do a picture with it in one of the sessions when we're all together?
Yeah, team training, team building. Yeah,
That's
I'm ready.
We can set her in the corner when we're in the rooms. Sorry.
Right, no, you're good. You're good. I want to play it out by ear because as nice as it would be to be able to sit there and have a debrief or to do this or that as a team and kind of talk about some things, it may or may not happen. It's such a rushed weekend and everybody really does kind of have to scoot out on Sundays. And so just keeping that in mind as well. When it's 4 people, it's you get back to the hotel room and you're like, oh, how was your day, guys? What'd you take away? But with such an awesomely large team like what we've got, you know. It may or may not happen. So,
well, when we have morning breakfast on Sunday morning, if we get down there, we can all sit down at the hotel lobby and just talk a little bit.
Yeah, we should do breakfast for sure before everybody splits so we can cry.
Question for you. So I'm planning, because I need pictures for the gram. I'm planning to just like fold stuff and keep it in my backpack and like quickly change shirts so that I can take pictures in different places and like super easy as we're transitioning.
A lot of people do that.
I was going to say, so it might not be a bad idea for you guys to do that if you wanted to. And I was also wondering like if people would be up for, even if it's just like 30-minute like photo shoot where we as a team like do different poses and we do some together and some individual and like we could do them at the hotel room, we could do them wherever. But since we all live so far away from each other, I feel like it's one of our very few opportunities to do that.
Right.
So if people are up for it.
And we typically get a team picture, two staple team pictures that we've taken everywhere. One at the stadium or Coliseum, wherever we're at, right? Like in the minute, in the moment, everybody's, you know, there. And then one somewhere in the city, you know, just kind of showcasing, like when we were in New Orleans, it was right by like the big convention center and the water and everything. So it doesn't have to be all pretty and perfect. It's just us, you know? So, before we're on here, okay, really quick, but before we're on here for too long, I want to open it up to questions and talk about outfits if people want to, and, you know, everything like that. So Mom, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask Brittany if she would care to do me a favor.
Yes.
Because I clearly can't figure technology out very good. Will you go, you know where we have our super workout?
Yes.
Will you go on there and see if there are any places close by that will be doing breakfast? We were all famished after the super workout.
Like
but there was we didn't know, because we do have to drive to that
because because in New Orleans we passed one Starbucks, but it was like crazy busy, and we didn't have money. Like we didn't have any of our money or anything with us either, because you're working out in the street, you know. So.
Let me tell you what Alyssa and I did. We drove, and then we drove back to the parking lot where we were going to leave our car for the rest of the day at the arena. We started walking by the arena. When we get there, you'll see what we did. We walked all around, all the places close to the convention and right there by the arena were packed. You couldn't get in. We continued to keep walking. We're like yelping and we're doing all this stuff. We ended up having breakfast right beside or very close to where we were working out that morning. We walked a complete square. I said, well, we got in an extra workout. We stretched out our legs, but if you could look into that, that would be super great. I can ask Alyssa what the name of that place was where we ate. It was like a Broken Egg, I think.
Okay, I'll check it out. No problem.
Okay, thank you. All
right.
You're welcome.
What question? We officially overwhelmed you, but what questions do you have?
Congratulations, you're overstimulated.
I decided I was going to Summit like a week before with no ticket, and I was just fine. So you guys are already out of the game. Go ahead.
How many do we have going? Do we need to bring an air mattress or anything like that?
No, we have 11. So we are good. We have 2 rooms of 4 and 1 room of 3.
Okay.
We're good.
Katie has a question. Look at her face.
No, I was just thinking about like the rooms and like who's going to be where, but I think that's already all figured out, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can adjust. Because I know you were concerned about like just kind of missing out on some of the things being with people who are not coaches, right? Like, let's be honest, right? People who are not coaches. If you want to, like, come on over. It's fine. Come down. Yeah. Come down.
No, just 2.
I know we're recording, so I don't want to like share too much for her, but I also know that I was just texting back and forth with Alyssa, and she moved out of the house this week. And so I think that, you know, it could be hard for her. Hopefully it's a great thing and it distracts her and she's super excited about it. But, you know, I don't want to also just sit in a room and cry.
Right.
them, you know?
I feel like we're
I don't think-
probably all going to be together until we decide it's time to sleep.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm hoping since all 3 of the rooms are under her name, that they're at least like on the same floor or within the same, you know, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Well, and
So-
Katie, as long as you're okay with
Naked
minimal
Jessica with
clothing.
socks on.
But she's really good about shaving her legs, so there's that.
Don't worry, she may
You
be
can
naked,
totally
but
come
she'll
and
have
visit
socks
us.
on, so it's okay.
Right.
She's not gonna let her feet touch the hotel floor. So
Well,
Bingo.
and I
You say
shared a
that
bag.
because I hate feet. I hate
I'm with you.
Yeah.
No feet.
And I've changed my ways because I used to sleep diagonally, and Michael was like, why and what is wrong with you? But so now what I do is I kind of like curl into like a C, but I stick my butt really far. But I didn't do that to Jessica when I slept with her at Mini Summit, so I feel like I'd be a fine companion.
No,
I
we
could
didn't
like
touch
get
at all.
recommendations. Like it would be fine.
yeah, I
So-
mean, Katie, if you want to go ahead, if you want to jump in with the room that's 3,
Okay.
We're
make
fun
the
people.
room a room of 3.
I'll turn around when I change in front of you.
She won't.
You're not gonna bother me.
All right. What other questions?
Oh, I actually have a question about did you end up ordering more decals and
Not yet, but she can get them done in like a day. So,
Okay.
Because I want one.
okay, you guys are all 3 still interested. You 2
Yeah.
plus Becca.
Yeah, I'll send you money however you want it done.
Why
And
don't
can
we
you-
just do $10 when we get there? Like,
Okay, and can you remind me how much it is per person? Like I know, I think we said it was like
Oh.
$151 a person for the hotel.
154 is what I wrote.
Thank you. Okay.
so, but I want to factor in parking because
Yeah.
we still
Yeah.
have some cars there, and I want people to support that. We can do
Yeah.
that base by car
Is-
if we want to.
Is it like $20 a day? Because I know different places had different
I think
rates.
so.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay.
Don't
actually-
Melissa and I will split her car because we're going together.
Yeah.
So she and I can just split
Wait,
that, and then
Are you okay, or do you want to do a big group split?
I'm okay with that.
No, sorry, Whitney, because she's
Oh, sorry.
her,
Whitney's doing their
her
stuff.
and Becca all by themselves,
Gotcha.
and then
Well,
two
so
groups.
it's just it's just Alyssa and I by ourselves too. Kelsey and her mom were driving separately.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. I don't know. Right now, I don't know if I'm driving up by myself or if Chris is going to call ball that weekend and when he'll be leaving, all that.
Okay.
Riding with him because if I rode with him, he'd just drop me off.
Okay. Would he need to stay the night somewhere though? Because that's going to be a little tough with like just in general hotels. Like,
When he umpires, they provide hotel.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So go ahead. Mom, you're frozen.
I thought of something really important, and then we got on the umpire thing, and it's real important
Here's
too.
the parking.
Don't hang up yet. I'm going to remember it.
No,
hang
we were
up.
laughing because you got stuck
You're
like
frozen.
this.
You're frozen,
Dang
girlfriend.
it.
Oh, hold on. You're
If I don't
we're
remember
gonna
it
have to
before we get off, I will write it in our thing.
How much for a room did you say? 154.
Yeah,
Is that for the whole time or a night?
The whole
the
time.
whole time.
Okay.
I remember. Save your receipts for everything. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it makes a huge difference, or it does for me, on my taxes. I save my part of the room. I save my part of the gas. I save my food receipts when I go out to dinner.
Yeah, everything. Bring like a little envelope and just stick everything in there so you don't have to worry about it or separate it or lose anything. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm trying to think what I used. And honestly, last year, the biggest stuff that I used was like the charging case. Bring like 4 pens because you're going to lose all 4 of them. But at least this way you'll get through the weekend.
I get pretty colors. Like I've got like a green one, a purple one, a blue one.
Because she's not a teacher or anything, guys. She's not.
I
She doesn't do
doodle.
that stuff.
I doodle and do bullets.
Maybe like if you have one or if you utilize one, if you have a planner, it's not a bad idea to bring if you have one through the year, just because they'll throw out like big launches and dates and stuff like that.
Yeah, they'll give
for
you
upcoming
a lot
product
of dates.
releases. Yeah, so if that is something that you do, it's not a bad idea to bring it. So you just write it down ahead of time.
And I'm not going to say.
She's not going to.
I'm going to just say it. You do not be under any assumption that like, I'm doing this program and I'm totally going to keep that up while I'm at Summit. You're not.
No, you're not.
Because Friday morning, hard workout. Saturday, hardest workout.
You're doing so much walking on top of the workout that like by the time you get back, your legs are like vestigial pieces of your body. Like they're not existent.
Yeah.
They're decorative.
Don't bring your loops and sliders and your anything else like you're going to do another workout. You're not. You've got plenty. Don't worry.
That's not real life.
No.
Katie, what's up?
No, Mama Sparks was raising her hand.
Oh, sorry,
Mama. You guys, most of you know the story about the tennis shoes, right?
Yes.
And the New Orleans where the toe that I had all the issue with that had the big huge blister completely surrounding the entire toe from working out in that wet tennis shoe.
Oh.
I lost the toenail to that toe today. Yes, I did.
That was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. So it affects. Bring 2 pairs of shoes.
I can't.
Oh no. I even went and got a second pair just because of that story. Real talk.
Bad.
You
Totally
can
did.
even buddy up. We know who's in rooms together. Like if you know, like, okay, one person's gonna like if you're not in a preference, like if you're not in preference about shampoo, conditioner, body wash, like
well, and that's what
bring small bottles or just say, hey Marsha, do you want to bring the whatever for our room? And like go from there.
I'm also bringing face masks. I'm happy to let other people share them, but I get so sweaty and disgusting.
I'll bring the shampoo if you bring the face mask.
Done. I have so many. I'll bring like 4.
And it won't be blonde shampoo because I'm changing my hair on the 7th.
She is.
You guys will see what it is. It's very different.
And sexy and fabulous.
In terms of clothes, like honestly, I'm gonna bring workout clothes for during the day. Cute ones. And then for like the evening sessions, I do like to wear like nicer tailored shorts with like a blouse or capris with a blouse. Like it's just what I like to do just because I don't get to do that a lot. You can say I've been wearing this outfit all day, and like
you look good, girl. Brian's a lucky man.
Like we do take a little extra time sometimes to get ready and just think we're gonna have these pictures until the next time we're all together. So it's like
you're not obligated to, but
don't
feel like
bring it.
You can't
bring it because I don't want anybody to be like, oh my God, you're all wearing that. I wish I would have. Like just bring stuff that's a little nicer than workout clothes. And if you choose to wear them, you'll have them.
I feel like I'm just gonna pack everything. Like
I am.
I just
don't do it.
It's so hard to decide.
Jessica and Brittany packed it
one bag.
One suitcase.
You should have seen Jessica for our mini summit. Homegirl, it was one night. We were together for less than 24 hours, maybe 24 hours. And she had like 3 suitcases. She's like, I'm ready for anything. We're gonna bring it on.
You know what?
But she looked good.
If anyone needed it.
She did.
Slippers if anyone needed it. I had you guys.
Yes. It's true.
Okay. Let's take a picture really quick because Mom's internet is unstable.
Or maybe it's just Brittany. Who knows?
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Wow, you got. Oh, hold on, I cut off Jessica. 3, 2, 1. Hold on, let me check. Oh, Whitney's going.
Let's fix that.
You guys are doing great, by the way. Keep up the strong work here. Okay, ready?
Yeah, thanks.
3, 2, 1. Oh man, fingers crossed. Oh, we got everybody. Eyes are open. Got it.
And Katie, if it helps, I'm bringing like a super easy to pack, doesn't show a lot of wrinkles maxi dress. And and just like I'll take a picture and send it to you, but it's like a t-shirt dress. If you saw it in my stories the other day, it has pockets in it. Like that's my dressed up because it's cutesy, but it's not like super formal. And I've got just like an easy tank, but it's a little, I don't know what the material is. It's just a little nicer and just like super easy, basic, but like kind of elevated. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I don't ever carry my actual purse. Like,
no.
I'll either put like a little, like a wallet, like a tiny one in my zip tie, like my tie bag.
Yeah.
Or I'll bring like a little wristlet or something for if we go out somewhere. Like, I might bring my purse to the hotel room, but I never like actually take my purse like out with me.
Okay.
Anywhere out of the room. Just a small wallet or something. Yeah.
Hand towel. Throw a hand towel in your bag.
Oh yeah.
For sweating. And then another thing, if you last year we kind of had to fight for our space at the super workout. So I don't know if everybody has any old towels or something. Maybe want to bring an old towel to claim your
dip
area.
In water and then just the people who come in your space. No, nobody else does.
Take a hotel towel and just return it back to the hotel.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Well, last year it was like we got there super early and we stretched ahead of time, like everything was good. And then like we were doing the warm up and these 3 very fragrant ladies came literally right in between us and the people who were in front of us. So that's what Mama Sparks is talking about, but that way we can kind of like claim our space. But I also feel like we have a big enough group now that wouldn't be as easy for somebody to do.
And just like I know some of the ladies who have done Super Saturday, we do not take our Energize until right before go time. So you're going to want to bring that with you. That's the good point with like the little formula dispenser. Or at our last one, we just put in a baggie. Like we scooped it into a baggie and took the baggie with us. That way you could just throw it away. It looked super shady, but it was.
But it's effective.
It was fine.
And the other thing you can do is you can just stick it in a shaker bottle and then just bring like a bottle of water and then trash that.
Oh, yeah, because you're not going to want to be like waiting for the super workout.
Well, and then it'll phase out before Shanti gets there, and you want it when Sean's there. You do. He's crazy.
How long is the super workout?
An hour and a half.
Oh,
and they all try to kill you.
By the time we get started and by the time we cool down, it's about 2. I mean, just because they all pretty much, they all, their main goal is to kill you.
You remember Chris's workout? Like that, but everybody's doing it.
But like everybody, like they each get like 20 minutes, right?
Yes.
Oh, and I was
Tony,
like, oh,
Tony was
we're probably going to do, size had just come out. I was like, we're probably going to do size. And he was like, all right, Insanity Max. And I was like, I don't want to.
I use mama words a lot, guys. So whoever stands near me.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
Brittany, did we decide we wanted to stay in the same area this year as we did last year so we can only closer to that fence where all the trainers come?
Well, I was going to say that was a great spot. So like everybody was trying to go down Main Street, but also side note, if you want to be like right up front, you better get there at like 2 a.m. because literally people camp out to the front and right next to the stage. So stage is here. Looking at the stage, we were to the left and we weren't very far back, but all the trainers were coming through that side. And so they're walking right past us. And there were a couple of people who were like, oh, can I get a selfie real quick? And they were like, some of them would stop and like quick for marketing. So I'm like, I am ready for this year. Yes, mama. And also you have way more space than if you're on Main Street. Like if you really want to be on Main Street, you're welcome to. I would rather not kick people or be kicked more than anything as I'm working out, because they make you do lots of squats, lunges, and you get the occasional burpee, and like because you don't have weight, so they're limited with what they can do. But yeah, it's super fun.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so good.
I'm also packing my Recover because last time you guys are gonna hate me. The other thing is after that workout, because you do so many squats and lunges, the booty bump is real. It is real, friends.
I mean, and guys, you're gonna we can say and be really cute and be like, oh, look at our carrot sticks, because like that's our plan, right? but then like you're gonna work out
Karen's
so
take.
freaking
I'm gonna
hard.
eat a burger.
Freaking
I'm
hard.
gonna eat a burger.
Like, right, like you're gonna
Oh, yeah.
you're not gonna be like, let me just go get that skinny thing from Starbucks. No, you're gonna want the bacon, egg, and cheese, and you're
Yeah.
gonna want, because like you're gonna burn so many calories just from like the presence,
Yeah.
and sorry, Sherry, my new coach, who's really bummed that this was a summit only call. She's like, I joined your team less than 24 hours ago and I got 2 Success Club points. So she's been kind of on a freeze. Like she has just been okay. Fun fact, we're just stealing people from everywhere because Michelle was a coach on somebody else's team. Adri was a coach, right, on somebody else's team.
Yeah.
And then Sherry was a coach on somebody else's team. Do you want to know whose team?
Oh, was she on Jatana's?
Miss
Jatana's a
Virginia,
top
Jatana
coach.
Jackson, top 50.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have her now because she's like, she's fake and gets Botox and I don't like her. And I was like, okay.
Lots
My
and lots
girl
of Botox.
that I mentioned last week that I said somebody else got her up. She's the Lisa White that I added. I was like, she said, I didn't even realize you were a coach. I thought you were just looking for somebody to work out with. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I just sent you the link for no reason. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
So I invited her. I'm like, look, I know you're not mine. I'm just thought I'd throw this out there. We're having a 10-day group. If you know, she was like, yes, please. So I'm like, I'm not trying to steal you.
But I am.
But I will.
Because I know I'm better than her.
Right. So really, I mean, I think like we all know this and we'll kind of close here. Unless, are there any other questions? I just really want to encourage you guys.
All these awesome people posting today.
Yes. I haven't even posted yet. I'm getting ready to. I just really want to encourage you guys to have fun with it. I've always told Brian that if this is no longer serving me, then I'm done, right? Like that's always been our thing. Like if I am no longer in this anymore, because there have been times in 3.5 years that I haven't really felt like it anymore. And I put a timeline on my business and said, well, maybe this is the year, like there are ebbs and flows, and just trust in this process and have fun with it. And Summit is going to be amazing. And honestly, sometimes after Summit, it can be kind of a whoa, and sometimes your business does amazing things. And sometimes you're kind of like, no, what do I do? And it just embrace every moment of it and make it fun and yours, and that goes with the challenges and everything too. Like you guys should be excited about this and the scrolling and the people. And, we all, this is the worst I've ever done. Last challenge group was the worst I've ever done at commenting and liking on people ever. I didn't even post some days, like my own food. You know what I mean? Like we just need to work as a team. I think sometimes it can be really hard when we have such a large group of coaches because we think, oh, it's fine if I can miss a day because I know that the team's got it, right? And that's true most of the time, but like we want to really, again, that consideration for others, making sure that we're going in there and we're giving it a good try. Even if you just pick 5 people from the food post and 5 people from the workout post who haven't been loved on and doing it that way. Remember, everybody is our people, so we're not just gonna like go in and enjoy our people's stuff and then leave. Like we need to really spread the love because these amazing challengers are gonna be the amazing coaches. That's where you guys all work, right? So making sure that like the Caitlin Kelsos are getting some love, even though she's not yours. She's killing it.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
I know. I didn't know she was local. Is she coming to our Super Saturday? Because she should.
She's thinking about it. So she has a lot going on with her her boyfriend and her are moving out of her parents' house. So on the 15th. So everything just depends. I did leave it out to her, but I talk to her every day. Not even just like Beachbody, just personal. So
because we can all day long that like I don't have anybody or my people aren't doing this or my people aren't doing that, but like Brittany's people, Jackie Morris, she'd make a pretty dang good coach on our team, right? Like
she has had On Demand for a year. No, more than a year, and she canceled it back. Oh my God, a year and a half because she canceled it and didn't renew in October. And her husband was like, are you going to go and do like that Beachbody stuff again? Because I really liked the muscles you had when you were doing it. And so in February, she signed back up, and this is the first program she has ever completed.
Yeah.
The first one in
Yeah.
like a year and a half.
This
So
is what sets us apart, right, from the other teams, because we're just ordinary people doing this extraordinary stuff, you know?
and
And
she's
like
a registered dietitian.
yeah,
Like she went to Penn State and got
Yeah.
her degree, and I'm like, come pray. So I'm working on it, but I don't want to scare her because I can be
I
a
was
lot.
super impressed. You did a wall sit. She rocked it with her music today, and I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
like Gretchen Bauer,
Yes.
she was a coach 2 years ago on our team, left it because she got to her goals and was like, I don't know, this is an expense, blah, blah, blah. Came crawling back and was like, I need you guys all summer minimum. This is my jam. I'm finally seeing results. I know this is the way. I know this is, you know, how it works. And she's,
Yeah.
you know, like, so just thinking about those rock stars,
Oh,
we can't beg everybody to do it, but those rock stars are going to be the people who can join us, you know?
also
so
side note,
acknowledging
I know
that.
when I first started, Ashley would ask Mike to help love on people and like give extra love. And then I was like, hey, Ashley, so-and-so would be a really good coach. You want to give them extra love? She's like,
Yeah.
yes. So if you guys have people who you want to be
You have
coaches, not
people
that we're
right
not
now?
loving on anybody, but just like little nuggets that like we
Yeah.
can help support or drop or whatever without being super scary, creepy people, because
Yeah.
I
No,
have
for real
boundary
though.
issues.
Kelly B, Stephanie S, and Katie P. Always. Katie Philpott would be an amazing coach if she would just believe in her dang self. Chelsea, like half my list, I could tell you would be amazing for our team as a coach too. So, how do we want to do that? Because I don't want to seem creepy to the people who aren't on the call. Why don't I put a post out there in our leaders thread tomorrow and just be like, hey, who could you see as a great, you know, potential for coaching that we could give a little extra love and encouragement to? And then you
Yeah.
guys can comment below. Because I don't want to all of a sudden get off the call and be like, Katie P, Kelly B, and.
And then suddenly they all have friend requests and they're like, why are they being creepy?
Right. Okay,
Well, and
last,
another thing,
yeah, go ahead.
another thing too is you don't want to scare them off. So just
Yes.
be there as a person and a friend. Don't
Right.
talk to them about you would be an awesome coach or
Right.
something like that. The only person I did that to was somebody that I had known her most of her life, and that was Alyssa.
Mhm.
And I
And
told
Katie, for
Alyssa,
me.
I messaged her and I said, look, I don't know if you're at the least bit interested, but you need to do this. And
You're frozen.
Oh,
I encouraged her. So just just be friends. And
Mhm. Yeah. All right.
Mom is like, I'm just going to wave.
One more thing. Super important, probably the most important thing we talked about this entire time. Who is making the graphic that I'm about to send out for the photo? Because it's not going to be me. I'm not creative. I'm going to put the photo.
Are you pointing to Jessica?
Are you pointing to Jessica?
Do it, but I
Because
just
she's on the right for me and you're like this way.
Sorry.
I'm like, Winnie did a great one today. I'm just saying. I don't know.
okay. I can do it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that I'm really, as a leader, I just need to showcase everybody's special talents. And it's not at all because I just don't give a crap about doing them. Because they're so cute. There you go.
I got
There
you.
you go. Ta-da! Picture for all
Now
of
I
you.
gotta see it.
Question, because I know this morning I asked this, and I actually said, go to this part of your video. Jessica, do you use anything different when you post videos, like of your workouts? Like to speed it up or to put in music or anything?
So I use the pick play post for one of mine. And
9:21
then
and my daughter just walked out of her room.
photo grid. But if I speed it up, I use the iPhone, the time lapse. But
Yeah.
there is an app for, let's see, if you want to speed it up, it's called Video Speed.
Big Bang in my upstairs. Hold on.
Video what?
Video speed. It
Okay.
looks like this one right there.
Okay. And what were the other two?
You can adjust.
Okay. You okay?
There was just a large crash in my upstairs and I had to check on it. No more. No more. Brian told me his elbow hurt earlier and I was like, it's not your turn. It's still my turn. Like, stop it. Sorry, Jess. Go ahead.
Oh, I told her. We kept going.
Mm-mm-mm. All right. We're all just going to ditch Brittany, I think, because she's giving the mom stare.
My kid just walked out of her room and it's 9:20.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's still 8:20 my time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm keeping my kids up because they've been sleeping till like 8 o'clock.
She's
Hey,
like,
I'm
Mom.
kid free, but I have these 90-year-old kids that act like God. I don't even know.
Oh,
We're fixing to have a conversation about a oxygen hose. I have a feeling because she's got it all in her hand.
Can we talk really quick about Debbie Murphy, my mama? I posted all this food and I'm starving. I've been starving all day. Though I've been eating, it's just like I've just been really hungry. And she was like, I just need to eat. And I'm like, how can anybody like be eating all the time? I just don't understand how people cannot eat. Anyway.
I haven't had an appetite, so I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. The
I've
only
been
time
having a lot of these and then random vegetables
Yeah.
with it.
I think my problem is I get a really like we learned when things went down with that creepy guy, like the guy who was stalking us basically, that Brian starves himself and just gets like total shutdown with food and I'm like, I need ice cream right now.
She's like, I got you, Brian. You don't want to eat? I'll eat for you.
But we did. He took me to Baskin Robbins and told me I was pretty and I got a toothpick sundae. So
I have one last thing.
Mhm.
Is anybody willing to let me send pictures of outfits to them so that they can?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
And
you.
you know what? Yeah,
I
you
like
can
the
send them
top.
to us, or we could even like throw them in the feed. That way everybody has an
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
So I'm good either way because I was actually going to tell you that I'm going to send you the outfits that I'm bringing, so that way you have an idea. Because I don't mind if I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm a middle child; I can handle it. But totally happy to share my ideas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, I'm very excited. This made me
I'm
even
excited
more
too.
excited.
Oh, and I'm going to shave my legs for you guys. You're so lucky.
Ridiculous.
This is amazing.
Look, I shave my legs sometimes. It's just so much work. I have long legs.
Really?
Ooh,
I
You're
get it
welcome.
because
during
I get
they're
it.
so long. Like
Get it.
Katie, when you see me in person, like look at my
She's
torso.
all
There's
legs.
like, yeah, it's like this big. That's my torso.
Katie is the only person I haven't met in real life.
I know.
Everybody else I've met in real life.
Yeah.
I know. I'm the outcast. Although I met Mama Sparks.
No, Whitney's
I
never
don't get
met.
to see
Whitney's
her.
never met anybody. Becca's
Oh, really?
never met anybody. Mm-mm.
I've never met anybody but Ashley and Mama Sparks.
It's gonna be so much fun.
And she is fixing to meet everybody.
Y'all are gonna love me.
She's gonna grab her a buggy, and she is fixing to meet us. Like that is.
Pulling up my britches.
Yeah.
She's
All
gonna
of
smack
that.
you.
Trying to keep it under control because we'll be up north and people will be like, "What did you just say?"
I didn't even know it was a thing until I went to Kentucky, and I'm like, "Oh, I need a shopping cart." And somebody's like, "You mean a buggy?" And I'm like,
It's a
shopping
buggy.
"Cart?"
My brother makes fun of me
I
because
was just so confused. And I came from Ohio, which was middle of the road, so it was fine. I was used to the slowdown, but I was used to the whatever. Brian came from here, and he's like, do these people even wear shoes? What is going on? Like, why is everyone so slow? What's wrong?
And to Brian's defense, he grew up in Northern Virginia. It's not
Yes.
like regular Virginia.
Somebody
There's
was
a-
like, oh, you're from Virginia? And he's like, no,
no,
not from
no.
Not
When
that
we're from
Virginia.
Northern Virginia, we specify, or we say we're from right outside of DC.
right outside of DC. Yep.
Yeah, we're snobby like that. Yep.
we're like
How
the
rude.
normal people.
Notice in all the different things, I always say Northern Virginia or Northern VA when I'm,
Yeah. We're like, Virginia sounds nice, but Northern Virginia is where I'm from. Yeah, like it's right there. Yep, yep. You see that?
Arlington. I'm from
Yeah.
Arlington. Oh, weird things. I know we keep going and going and going. I'm going to bring a little baggie of like Band-Aids and things like that. It's just what I do because I have them as a teacher. And so
Yeah.
I'll bring those extra hair ties, things like that you think like you don't want to bring like 3 hair ties and then them all break.
I'm also going to bring emergency tampons for people just in case.
Paint a toenail bed? No, I'm not painting your toes.
What?
Wow.
What?
I don't know what just happened.
She wasn't asking somebody to paint a toenail bed.
No, I don't want you to do it. I'm like, can I do it? Is that a thing? Now that I want to get a pedicure, but now I'm like,
Oh.
I don't
do I leave the middle toe unpainted? What do I do?
You could get a
Ew.
sticker.
I
Like put the
can't.
sticker on it.
Set 'em done.
I can't have this conversation.
Katie. I'm sorry. I thought it was good for a laugh.
I just feel like this is going to be an amazing hot mess of a weekend and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
really excited.
Well, and like I'm super excited because I don't get a lot of girl time. And
I
like
live
I
with
only
all
had
boys.
brothers. Yeah. And Kylie is pretty girly girl, but for the most part, like she's not old enough to do a lot of this stuff yet. And so I'm like, prepare yourselves, friends. Prepare yourselves.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Jessica and Mom are
We've
going to
been
do all
watching
the braids.
SpongeBob.
All the braids to my hair because they do well with hair braids. So,
Someone's gonna
okay.
have to do mine because I struggle doing my own hair.
Okay,
Well,
go.
I do Kylie's hair. Just hold your head still, and I'll do it. That's what I
So
tell Kylie.
I-
Tilt your chin up and don't move. She's like,
You
oh
gotta
god.
be gentle because I have a birthmark here and it's
Okay.
crazy hair. and
Mom,
it's
we could do a waterfall braid right there. That would be cute.
Yeah.
I'm getting it cut tomorrow, so this might all be gone. I don't know yet what I'm going to do.
Are you doing the Sarah Nelson Pixie?
No, not quite, because I think, well, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. You'll see me in the group.
Jessica's gonna have green hair, so that's gonna be cool.
She's
What
doing my
color
hair.
are you doing?
She didn't even hear. Jessica, are you doing Beachbody Blue?
So, ooh, no.
Okay.
So, I'm actually going to go back to my natural hair color, but with like an auburn burgundy-ish ends. So,
Yes.
Katie's pleased with your decision.
because I'm tired of blonde, no offense, but
I'll
it's
never go
starting to break my hair and I'm over it.
I just need Susan to stop emailing me 17 times a day.
She's on
So
my
that
damn nerves.
I quit buying things from Old Navy. If anybody doesn't know this already,
Listen.
the Old Navy email lady is Susan, and she needs to quit being so nosy because I am weak.
She's
Sorry.
such a
I'm like,
Maybe
swimwear for
Susan-
$10. I have 13 bathing suits, but I should totally browse. Like, this is gonna be great.
I just bought one from Victoria's Secret like I need it.
Oh yeah, I'm bad about Victoria's Secret, especially when they say free shipping. I'm like, well, I was only gonna get this one $12 bralette, but if I need to spend $65 for free shipping, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Then you
Save
show
that
up on
$7.99.
calls. You show up on calls with your friends wearing the exact same outfits.
Yeah.
Me and Brittany.
All right, so we gotta go. But
Gotta get up
next
early.
next
Yeah.
week we'll do a normal call. Oh.
We're so cute. Look at
Yeah.
us.
Next week we'll do a normal call, just kind of based around what's next for us because we'll be ending our group soon. I think we should wait until after Summit to do another one. Just my personal opinion, because we're all going to be super busy
Yeah.
that week.
My tidbit is for that, if you don't mind, is
Yeah.
just what Mama Sparks does is like any of your challengers who want to keep going, who like having the momentum, is just doing a group thread. I already told my people this is
Yeah.
only 10 days, and a couple of them were like, I don't understand. Why is it just 10 days? And then I
Yeah.
explained and I offered the other as a backup option, and they liked that. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to do that until we get back.
Yep. And then we can discuss that, and we can discuss more summit questions that might come up, because we'll just save that for the end. And if anybody, can like just wants to jump off so they don't have to hear us be stupid and awesome, they can. So because Michelle is not going to be back until later on tomorrow, I'm not going to rush with this recording posting. And then, yeah, I think we're good. Okay. All right, guys.
Sounds good.
I'll talk to you
All right.
later.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.